Welcome to Cafe. Welcome to MEA Cafe, where we talk about controversial topics to the Arab American interest. Today joining me are Damien, Alden, and Angie. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here today. Obviously, our topic today is the appropriateness of age and the right age to be married, and how important it is to marry in our culture. Damien, I'm going to go ahead and start with you since you're a bit older than most of us here right now. Give us your opinion about the appropriate age to be married.
Well, me, as far as age goes, I would personally wait till I'm financially stable, finish school, maybe late 20s, maybe early 30s. That's probably when I would get married myself.
Angie, how would you, as a girl, would you feel ready to be married early 20s, mid-20s, late? What would you prefer as a girl?
Personally, I don't think there's a specific age where you set your mind and say, I'm going to get married at that age. In my opinion, I think you should wait until you get your education, and like Damien said, once you're financially stable, you don't want to rush into it, because at this age, like during this generation, people are just saying, oh, I'm going to get married, do this and that. They don't understand that it's a lifelong commitment. You know what I mean? Like they can't just plan on getting divorced, like, oh, if it doesn't work out. So as long as your mind is right, then.
Alden, you go to school, and say you are focused on what you have going on in your life, and then a right girl comes along. Would you right now be ready to be married, or would you want to wait a few years?
To be honest, I would wait. I don't know necessarily a few years. I mean, I'm young, so probably more than a few years to be for me to be able to, support her as a family member. When you get married, you become a family, and I wouldn't be ready to have kids yet because I'm not at the financial state where I could support a wife and kids.
So you both agree?
Yeah, I agree with Damien 100%.
And you have to be completely stable to have somebody in your life.
Right.
Would you have somebody in your life for them knowing, say a girl's important to you, she's in your life, you don't want to lose her, you want to financially support her in the end as your wife, but would you allow her in your life right now, even though you guys are not financially where you want to be?
It depends by what you mean by allow. As an allow, I would say she could be, I would let her know that I really want to be serious with her, and that she would just know by the way, we are together, how we are, that, I personally don't have a girlfriend right now, but I'm saying if I did, and I'm sorry, that was...
I think what he's saying is if you guys have a mutual understanding about the relationship, and she understands what you guys are going through as a couple, and she's willing to stay by you no matter thick or thin, what you have, what you don't have, what you plan on having in the future. If she's willing to stick by me or whoever we're talking about, if that person's willing to stick with you through thick and thin, then yeah, I would tell her to give me some time to get my situations under control, and if you're still there, then yes, I would marry that person.
But not all girls are that patient, and a lot of girls are like, well, I still want to be with you, it's okay. Is it embarrassing for you guys to basically say, well, I don't have money, I just want to be where I'm at? Because a lot of girls are willing to have fun with you and be there and do something simple. Like some girls don't care if you just go to the dollar store just to show her that you thought about her and got her something from the dollar store. At least that's why doesn't that thought come in? Why do you have to be that financially stable to say, now you can be my girlfriend?
Because we're used to, okay, Khalas, that's it. It's our culture. You have to be married by this age. You need, you got to have to do this. You need to work. You got to, this is how we're raised.
Right, but that's the topic of today. You just mentioned you have to be married by this age. What is this age?
Personally,
culturally, our age
like
is young.
I have cousins that got married in their teens. My mother, for instance, got married at 16 when she came here from Ramallah. She came here. She got married at 16. They had me at 17. So it's just
And
basically
it
up
all
to
depends. Now, us being young and going to school and living in a diverse communities, some people may still live in the Arabic communities, and some are really intermingled with college, and college having so many different ethnicities and cultures, where we might be more than likely to kind of be attracted to a different culture. How important do you think it is to marry somebody in your culture, Angie? It happens.
It's feelings.
just
You know, you can
happens.
control your feelings sometimes. And what would you do if you fall in love with, like, well, I'm Catholic, and if I fall in love with a Muslim, am I just not supposed to, like, you know, follow my
Love them.
heart? Only, well, I mean, if you do actually choose, like, religion, I know a lot of girls where they had to choose either their boyfriend or their family, and that's, it's a hard choice. But I mean, if you're willing to sacrifice everything for him, then I think he's worth it.
Would you say, Eldon, would you say that we, being Arab American, that we have an ultimatum? Either it's going to be Arabic full marriage or nothing, or you're going to lose us. It's either him or her or us. Would you think it's an ultimatum in our culture?
I think mostly it is. Like, I mean, for my family, it wouldn't be, but for most Arabic families, I would say definitely, yeah. And my personal opinion is that, you know, it depends if the girl has high morals or not. I mean, whether she's, you know, Arabic or not. I mean, you know, I like Arabic girls, you know, obviously, you know, me being Arabic, but she has to have high morals, no matter what type of nationality she is or whatever her religion is.
Okay.
You know, I would respect her for who she is.
Damien, how old should a girl be when they meet a man that is older and established?
Well, again, I've met girls like Angie's age, 18, 19 years old, that had a lot more common sense than someone that's like in their mid-20s.
Okay.
So it's again, it's on how you're raised and how you conduct yourself as a woman.
But what if women married that much of an older man that that man cannot kind of keep up with that youth? Do you see that as a problem?
Me personally,
Eventually down the road.
if I was above the younger girl, no, she wouldn't have a problem with
No?
me. I mean, I go to the gym, I eat healthy, so.
I'm going to go down on each one and just kind of touch up on this. How long do you think that two people should be in a relationship before they marry? Go ahead, we can start with you, Angie, on that one.
It can be, the shortest period would be at least a year. I mean, it takes about 5 months to actually, like, know someone. But, I mean, it can be, like, to be honest, it all depends on you. I mean, you can know someone for 5 years and then get married to them and find out secrets that you've never known. So it all just depends on your personal relationship. There's no specific, like, time, you know?
Yeah. What do you think about that, Elvin?
Yeah, I agree with Angie too. There's not really a specific time. I mean, it depends how you click with you know, how the two click with one another, you know. And some people feel like they've known someone for a whole year when they've just got to know them for a whole month.
Yeah.
You know, it all depends how you click, how much time you spend with each other, and really, that's, you know, there's really no time period in between. Where I would say at least a year if I had to choose.
Yeah.
At least a year,
A good year.
year to 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend getting married in a couple months or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about that, Damien?
Me personally, can't really put a time limit on it. If you have that connection, sometimes you just had that connection. Like, you know, it takes years to really know somebody, or, you know, but then again, you'll never know somebody 100% because people change, or people
Okay.
like tend to forget things that they should have told you in the beginning,
Okay.
because not everybody wants to put everything out in the open.
If
right
I
away.
can recommend something, I think everyone should not get married until they hit 22, 23 years of age, because you're still
At least in the
changing.
20s.
You're still, you know, like, you don't even know who you are. How are you going to get married and, like, commit to something that you don't even know if it's, like, a promised thing? So.
Yeah, and we still grow through our teens, through after college, we're still growing, and the more in the professional world you get, the more you mentally establish yourself too, and then you come to see, wait a minute, your heart changes about certain things, how you believe about certain things changes too. So it kind of, everything is a changing cycle. How do you guys feel that our parents should be involved? Do you believe that they should at all situate or setting up a marriage at a certain age? Like, okay, Damien, you turned this age, you should be married. I'm going to find somebody for you. How would you feel if your parents stepped into that?
I wouldn't allow him to do that.
No.
Because I don't know the person.
Okay.
I don't know what her likes or dislikes are. I don't know her background. I don't know her family.
Okay.
So that whole arranged marriage, I wouldn't allow my parents to do that to me.
No. I have a few statements here when we went ahead and spoke about the topic a little bit. Got a few emails on this, and I'm going to bring them up because we've touched base upon the fact that you guys would not want to be set up into marriage, and mostly the fact that you'd rather grow into your own person before you settle down. And nowadays, our generation has changed to where college is important, and establishing our own, even women want to be independent and work. However, we've gotten a few statements, and I'm going to read just a couple of them for right now just to understand what our viewers have to say about this topic and how important it is, because we've gotten some statements that I was a little bit kind of set back, especially with the change of today's societies. And it says, first of all, I'm going to touch upon this because we talked about it. It says, a man should marry a girl about 10 or 15 years younger than himself. If this were general practice, it would provide strong motivation for a man's labor. Men would be more encouraged to work for their families and would be more faithful to their wives. Do you agree with that, Damien?
As far as the age factor go about, settling down and being committed to the one person,
Yeah.
I think age does have a factor in it.
Yeah.
Because when you're younger, that's when you do all your playing and things like that. As you get older, it's like not as important to go out and do the things that you did when you were younger.
There's another statement that I want to address, because this is the one that kind of set me back, because this lady pretty much concludes the fact that a girl should stay home until she's 20. She should continue to do her studies or work while living at home, while her father finds somebody for herself that suits her and her lifestyle, and in that way would be a safety zone, because he has screened her. It kind of has screened the man, and that he would know, okay, my daughter just turned this age, this is what she's doing in her life. It is his security to provide his daughter for security, and that way he can relax. Do you guys feel that that strategy works?
No.
No. Would you? Why not, Angie? Because, I mean, you're going into the world, and you're seeking your life, and you're living, and you're having your fun, or you're working, and your dad says, well, just in case something happens to me, you're this age, I just want to know that you'll be taken care of.
Most definitely not, because he's treating her like a property. Like,
property.
Yeah,
That's
if you think about it, like, how are you going to just, like, set her plans and, like, say, like, oh, I'm going to go look for a guy for you. Like, it makes no sense. And that's why I'm so against arranged marriages, because as of now, like, our parents' generations, most of them were married arranged, and they're just together right now because
that's more back home.
Yeah, because of their kids. You know what I mean?
Would you guys feel that you'd fall out of love with somebody?
Yeah.
If it was arranged marriage and I really didn't know the person, and I have to know them because my parents chose this person for me. Yeah, I could see it.
Falling apart.
I don't even think you'll fall in love, like.
Well, actually, I think it's a possibility you could fall in love. Sometimes you don't know somebody, and then even as a friend, you grow a friendship, you start learning to get used to that person, and then you don't hang out with them, you miss them.
That's what their whole goal is they want you to build a relationship from scratch.
What would you do if that person turns out to be like your worst enemy, though? Like, how would you live with that person?
But then again, that could still happen with somebody you fell in love with.
Exactly, because that's what I said, because you don't know anybody 100%.
So that's the ideal here is that's why I'm incorporating the difference in age gap and how important it is to marry in our culture, because married in our culture we have our obviously our values, our traditions that our opposite significant can understand and can look forward to certain holidays because of certain things that we do. And I'm going to touch up a little bit on this age factor right here. There was a statement that says, older men should counsel younger men to choose a younger mate that they will be attracted to